Welcome to Libero Studio. My name is Brooke Oberg. Right now I'm going to do a workout that's going to focus on the lower body, really waking up our buttocks and our inner thighs, hamstrings, and our back body in particular. So I hope you enjoy it. This will complement my upper body workout that I have posted in my Vimeo account, the hand-back connection. So this is more for the lower body and the glutes and the legs. I'm calling this class, Let's Get Cheeky. So let's get to work. I always like to start standing. So widen your stance and just nice and easy, we'll just warm up with some squat jacks. So we're gonna inhale, deepen into your wide squat here. So toes out, knees out, inner knee to outer knee. I'm getting low, shoulders over hips, and just tracking my body. So I'm, really hugging my waistline in, stacking my head over my pelvis, and inviting my waistline back. Arms reach up and out. I'm going to inhale here, and then exhale, push the floor away, squeeze together and shine up to the right. Inhale, exhale. So just nice, easy squat jacks. They don't have to be perfect. It's just to wake up the body here. Inhale and exhale. Deep squat. And keep hugging the midline, squeeze your inner thighs, tone your abdomen, get nice and long and narrow through your middle. Let's just do 5 more sets. In and out. Really accent down through your standing heel, pull up in the inner thigh, tone that side of the waist. So it gets the blood pumping fairly quickly. Just 2 more sets. Now 1 more, inhale. Exhale to the right, and we'll meet in the middle. Deep into the squat, just a quick little side stretch over. Look up into the armpit, and then all the way up other side. Deep squat, look into the armpit, and then let it flow just 3 times. Inhale, exhale. Really drive down from your sit bones to your heel bones. Keep the shoulders stacked right up on top of the hips, especially when you come up to standing. One more time, right, left, and then all the way back, center. Release the arms, heel toe the feet in, and let's continue waking up our outer hips here with some lateral lunges. Shoulder heads roll up back, keep the length of the side body, hands to hips. Just generous step over to the right. Really draw your pelvis back, allow your hips to draw back and your spine to lengthen forward. And then press down, squeeze together. So let's do 5 more, total of 7. You can always play with your numbers. And standing left leg is really strong, outer foot stays heavy. I'm emphasizing that reach down for my hamstring, sit bone, inner outer thigh, as I push the floor away. Lightly, with buoyancy, come up, hug my center line. Feel 2 more, last one. Very good. Just quick little balance, hold on to the top right shin. Just take a moment, cool things down, pull everything together. And a little stretch. Figure 4, you're gonna cross your shin bone over your standing left leg. Draw your pelvis back. Hinge your torso forward. A lot of flexion in that left hip. Flex your right foot. And then maybe you can draw fingertips to the floor. And then just breathe here. Just keep working your pelvis up and back, chest long and forward. As you exhale, generously push your right shin bone down to broaden that outer right hip up and back. 1 more deep breath. Get into that outer hip. And then press to come up. Okay, let's just go other side. Again, feet parallel, length, open your chest, hands to hips, and generous step out to the left, and then pull it back together. Outer right foot stays heavy, inner right thigh nice and toned. Just 4 more. And you just want to wake it up. We're not holding anything right now. We're just trying to wake things up, get the blood flowing. Feel 2 more. Inhale. Always important to move with your breath. Good. And then let's find the balance here. Just hold on to the top left shin bone, pull it up. Watch your right thigh pushing forward. Draw your right thigh back. Press your left shin forward and invite your waistline in. So you maintain your plumb line. Head right on top of pelvic floor. Good, and then cross, shin over right thigh. Figure 4, flex left foot. Draw your thighs back as you bend your right standing leg into that deep squat. See how low you can go. I have a little something here, so I keep lifting my baby up. Deepen into your hips. Yeah, feel it out. You can pulse it out a bit. You don't have to hold things if it's uncomfortable. Just let it move, feel what's going on. Again, we're going to emphasize hips back, crown forward, deep breath in, and press the shin bone down. That's going to broaden and expand the outer left hip. One more breath, inhale. Deepen your squat, left right standing leg, exhale, left shin bone down, outer left hip up and back. And good job, come out of that. Very nice. Now come standing front edge of your mat. Generous wide stance here. And I really go wide, okay, to give me more leverage, more space. And I'm going to energetically push my feet down and apart to emphasize broadening and opening my hips wider to create more space in low back. And I'm going to keep the reach down and apart to my feet as I draw my butt back and go as deep as I can in my squat. Hands just out in front of me for leverage. I'm going to pulse at 3 and 2, and then from my seat to my feet, I'm going to press down to come up, okay? You can always reach the arms forward in opposition to your hips drawing back. So I'll do that. I'm going to pulse 3. Try to keep lifting your chest, palms face up, and press down. I'm going to open my chest to remind myself to keep this open. Let's go 5 more. So pulse 3, keep lifting as you lower, and then press down to come up. Arms reach forward, waist draws back. 3. For my lower body, abdomen to spine to help me. Good. Again, 3, pulse 2. This will really get you fired up, that lower body. 2 more times, 3. And if you get lower as low as I can, no worries. Just go as far as you can. Try to keep those heels planted, stretching those Achilles. Lift and lengthen your spine. Try not to round as you lower. Do the best you can. Let's do 1 more. Low as you can go. Keep that lift through the crown. Root down, rise up. Now this time, we'll lower or pulse it. Use your fingertips and help yourself all the way down. Good. Scoot back on your mat. Fingers face towards the hips is ideal. With tight shoulders, turn them out. Claw with your fingertips. Roll those shoulder heads up back. Feet parallel. Planted down. And then just a quick tabletop. Lift your hips. Lift your chest. And breathe. I like to keep my chin to my chest just so I keep my head and neck supported. But if you have a strong, healthy neck, you can draw your throat back and release your head as well. I'm not going to do that though. Take 1 more breath. Inhale. Reach down, hands reach down, feet, thighs forward, chest up. Very good. And then I'm just going to walk my left foot in, my right foot in, tops of my thighs down to open the tops of my hips here and quads. I'm going to keep working my shoulder head up and back, lift my chest up. Long arms, and take 1 more breath here. And exhale all the breath out. Good. And go ahead, take a seat. Lower all the way down onto your back. Let's wake up our spine a little bit more. Okay. So let's do some just rolling bridges. It's going to activate our lower body, our buttocks, our hamstrings, but also get us in tune with what's going on in the upper body. So arms long by your side. You're going to always hold on to the outsides of your mat and pull the mat energetically apart. This is going to emphasize really toning the triceps, anchoring the ridge of your upper back, and staying that. So I'm going to arc my low back, and then inhale, articulate through it, bone by bone, and lift up. And then exhale, try to keep my hips up, my thighs reaching, heels grounded, and then lead from the sternum. I'm going to soften my sternum, ribs really articulate down, releasing to my low back. So 4 more times. Inhale, ride the breath up, exhale, soften. Lengthen that neck. Inhale. Such a beautiful massage. Again, inhale. And exhale. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. I lied. I've never been a really good counter. Now let's hold this one a couple times. Now keep the hug in, thigh to thigh, and resist the temptation to grip that low back by overlifting your hips. In fact, drop your pelvis a little bit, work the inner thighs more, so you feel more in the hamstrings, that balanced effort between glutes and inner outer thighs. And I keep lifting my chest up through my shoulder heads as I stretch my thighs forward. Now from here, we're going to come back to our highest point here. We're going to dip the hips without lowering the chest. Dip and lift. And I'm going to drive down through my heels. Keep that energy in, thigh to thigh. Keep my head anchored, my neck long. Just 3 more of these. Hip dips. Drive the heels. Watch over lifting. 2. Last one. Now you can do another set of that or do single legs. I'll just do 5. Dip, lift. Drive that inner right heel. Tone that inner right thigh. Keep reaching left toes. 2 more. Last one. Again, another set with both legs or switch legs. And here we go. Dip, lift, lift. Emphasize the root down to lift up. Tone and stretch that right leg. 2 more. Gets harder. Bend, lower. Take a deep breath in. Inhale. Start at the sternum and soften and roll down. We've already done one quick figure 4, but let's do another one. Lying supine, so right shin bone over. You can stay here and breathe, or just pull the left shin bone in. Hold on to the left thigh if that works as well. Just 2 breaths. Inhale. Use your right elbow to press the right thigh away from you. Keep the shoulder heads back. Good. Release. Just take the other side. Cross the left shin over. Again, gently press the thigh away. Staying here or add a little more sensation. Elbow into thigh, shoulder heads back. Inhale. Exhale. It's always a good thing to pay attention to your breath. Make sure the breath is big, broad, expansive. Be sure you're letting it go too. Release, and then hug them behind the hamstrings. Let's just rock and roll up to seated. Come to all fours. Great. Actually, before you do that, I did not mention this, but if you have these little ankle weights, you can always add those to supercharge your workout. Okay, I haven't done these in quite some time, so I'm going to try them, see how I do. Okay, so these are just 1 pound each. And for me, that's plenty, especially because I have a really long limb, so that's a lot for me to carry. Okay, so let's come to all fours. Okay, just unwind your spine, a couple cat-cows here. Hands down, shins down, hug the midline. And I'm going to round my back, inhale, release my head cat, abdomen lifting in and up. And then exhale, soften my heart, extend my spine, really melt. One more time, inhale, round, release, push, lift, and then soften and extend. I really like ending in a cow position where I'm at right now because it encourages a lot of length from my hips to my armpits. I'm going to keep pressing down through my hands. So I have this little lift here in my abdomen, ribs, and my whole front spine sort of lifting like a wave up into my back body. So I keep my waist, ribs lifted, and I can soften my sternum just a smidge. Okay, I'm going to hold that stability. Pelvis stays pretty stable, square. Hold my right leg up, left arm forward. I'm just going to take 1 deep breath here. And then from the core of my pelvis, I'm going to reach back, reach forward. Just get long. And I'm going to internally rotate my left thumb down, pinky up, swim it back as I bend my right knee, possibly catch my inner foot. And then I'm going to push up as I soften sternum down and stretch the whole right side. I'm going to inhale. Grow long, exhale, soften, kick back. So there's always a 2-way stretch, sternum forward, thigh bone up and back. Very good, release that, get long, pull everything in, and then switch sides. So now I'm going to stretch my left leg back and up, right arm forward and up. I'm going to take one generous breath, fill my interior space, and then exhale, tone my abdomen, and stretch. Thumb down, pinky up, swim my shoulder head back, and then I'm going to bend my left knee, catch my inner foot, pause. I'm going to inhale, fill my lungs, and then I'm going to exhale, kick back, soften forward, and stretch. So feel your body. Try to keep your hips, shoulders square. Take one more generous breath in, breathe into your back, press back as you draw forward. And then slowly extend, get long and lean through your middle, and then lower. All right. Now let's go ahead and get more strength actions going. So you can stay on all fours if that irritates your wrist. You can always come down onto your forearms, elbows underneath armpits. Again, same idea, you have to keep pushing down to invite the waist ribs up, but there's a little softening here in the upper back sternum. So you're not overly crunching, but you're not overly rounding and pushing. You find a nice balance. It takes some work to find, but once you have it, you get there pretty quickly. So let's go ahead, stretch your right leg up and back, bend your knee, flex your foot, and just simply down and up. And I'll do about 15 reps. You can up this to, goodness, maybe 30, okay? Now, as I draw my right inner thigh up, I energetically press my hands down. I'm going to bend my elbows a little bit just so I can emphasize the reach down through my hands. My upper body's still working. My left shin bone's pressing. My sternum's lifting. Okay, now I'm not going to bend my elbows anymore, but just know that action is occurring. I feel about 5 more. And I press my hands down to keep lifting my center up so my center doesn't collapse down. I really lift my baby up with my inner thigh. Just 2 more. Good. Now pause there. We're going to add a little more lift and then stretch back and then bend, lift, kick. Bend, lift, kick. Bend, a little more subtle, kick. Bend, lift, and again, I keep that energetic reach down through my hands. I'm really feeling this already. You want to try to keep that lift. My left shin bone stays pressing down, so I have this support in my left waist. I feel 5 more. Lift, reach, bend, lift, reach. Keep lengthening, crown of head. 2 more. Reach. Last one, lift, reach. I lied. And just pulse it out. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo, that was good. I'm just gonna wag my tail, knee down. It's just a nice massage and my femur into my hip. All right, if you need to, you can widen your knees, big toes together. Take a quick little child's pose. Since we just worked the right hip, I'm gonna walk my hands over to the left to just bring more space into my right hip. I'm gonna breathe into my right low back. Exhale, hands down forward, hips back, release your head. Anything got overly tight, you can stretch it out. And then pull yourself up. Again, 1 cat-cow, so here we go again. I'm gonna round my back cat to release my head. Then I'm gonna soften into my cow. Nice and long. I'm gonna keep the length, hands down to invite my waist ribs up. And again, find that balance up here. Left leg reaches up and back. I'm gonna bend my knee, flex my foot, and knee to knee and lift. Knee to knee and lift. And just to remind you, it's important, I'm going to show you how the hands have to press. They have to keep the reach down to give you that leverage up into the waistline, the rib cage. Again, about 15, you can always up your reps or do less. It's fine, just wake things up. So I'm not going to bend and straighten my elbows anymore, but know that that energy is there, pressing down. Feel about 5 more, and really lift. So as high as my left thigh lifts, I'm using that leverage down through my hands, waistline in and up. Last 2. Now pause, okay? This is more subtle. I'm gonna lift and extend. Try to reach your leg right out of your waistline, so hand pressing to give you that leverage. Bend, lift, extend. Bend, lift, extend. Keep shining bright through the crown of your head, wide collarbone, right shin presses. This one really talks really quickly. You want to keep hugging that left leg into the midline and emphasize a lift up each and every time. Lift up. Tone your abdomen, lift up. Hands press down with that same amount of effort as the leg lifts up. 5 more. How long can you get? Tone your abdomen. And lift. And lift. Last 2. And last 1. And then pulse it. 10, 9, 8. As high as you can. Hands pressing. 4, 3, and 2, and 1. And good. Separate your knees. Once again, big toes to touch. Hips back, child's pose. Walk your hands out over to the right. Inhale, lengthen. Shoulders lifted. Release your head. And breathe generously into the left low back, left hip. Hands reach forward, hips reach back, traction that side body. Very good. Okay, now come up. I'm just going to turn myself around. I'm going to work more laterally in the hips now. Okay, so this next one, I like to come down onto my left forearm, right hand in line with the left elbow, and again, I press down. When I'm lower to the earth, it gives me a little more access to my left abdomen here. It also works my back a little bit more as well, because I don't have so long to go from my hand all the way up into my shoulder. I'm already lower, and my elbows right underneath my armpit, pressing down to get that left waistline lifted, supporting my back. And then I'm going to stretch my left leg, my right leg long. Okay, I'm going to bend it. Okay, and I'm going to lift up, open to the side and down. So I'm just going to draw circles. Up, side, down, up, side. So as I go to the side, I'm working that external rotation in the hip. That's about 5. Let's do 5 more. Okay, so a total of 10 reps for this one. Anytime you do circles with the femur bone in the hip, it has some nice lubrication, really lubricates the joint. Get things opened up. Stirred open. Okay, 1 more. Up, side, down. Now reverse it. Side, up, down. Side, emphasize up. We're lowering down. Up, up. Keep going. Keep pressing left forearm down. Up. Good. 5, side, up, down. This way is a little more difficult to sort of feel out. But just do the best you can. Hands provide leverage, remember that. So you go up, that belly has to go with you. 1 more time, up and down. Now, I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to reach open now. I'm going to stack my right hip up on top of my left hip. My left hand's pressing, watch that left shoulder, head sneaking forward, drop back, left waistline lifted. I'm going to lift my right leg, I'm going to bend my knee, and draw the thigh back, open up my hip. Draw the shoulder head back, get an enormous length in your front spine. And then I'm going to draw the thigh forward and kick. Bend, stretch, bend, kick. It's essential that you keep the inner right thigh lifted. Don't let it go down. And it's just like a nice swing. You get a little break, a little stretch here, and then you kick it forward. And as you kick your foot forward, pull the waist back. Stabilize through your left shoulder, lengthen your neck. Left hand presses down to get that left side oblique, helping you out, supporting your whole side spine. I feel 5 more, so about 10. Of course, you can always up your reps. Let's do 2, 3. I feel this. 2 and 1. Good. And then lower, and then gently come all the way up. Let's transition other side. Okay, so I'm going to lower my right forearm underneath my armpit. Left hand just provides me a little more access to get into my waistline. Okay, I'm going to reach my left leg back, float it up, bend my knee. And I'm going to go up, side, down. Up, side, down. Keep it going. Stabilize down through your hands. Remember, as high as you lift up with the leg, ground, left hand, right forearm, pull up waistline, keep opening chest, lengthening neck. Sorry if I'm not the best counter, but I feel about 5 more. I go with feel more than anything else. Down, 3 more. When I start to burn, I know I'm about there. Side down, let's do 2 more. And last one. Good, reverse it, side, up, down, side, up. Outer right hip should be feeling the work here too. So if that's talking to you more than your left leg, that's all right. That's stabilizing. Gotta keep hugging that right hip in so you keep your frame, hips square as you circle that femur bone in your left hip. Good, up, down, side, up, down. Keep a nice rhythm, keep the breath flowing. Good, about 4 more, side, down, down, down. One more time. And good. Now you're gonna come up onto your right hand. You're gonna turn open. Again, you wanna do the best you can. That right shin, right knee falls right underneath the hip. You're gonna firm the hip forward. Draw the shoulder back. Right hand down, right side obliques helping you out. Float the left leg up. That's a lot right there. Keep the inner thigh lifted, bend the knee. Get that stretch first. Sternum reaching, thigh reaching. Keep the hip lifted and then kick. Press it back and kick. Press it back and kick. Really lengthen. And again, I'm stabilizing through my right shoulder. I'm pressing down through my right hand, lifting my right side obliques. Keep the inner left thigh lifting. Long spine. Keep it going. 5 more. Work that opposition. Forward with my foot, back with my waist. Stabilizing through my right hip. And 2. And last 1. Good. Lower. Come up. Onto the other side. You're doing fantastic. Now we're going to do side lying leg kicks. So come lying to the edge of your mat, nice and long, and then draw your legs forward. Just about a 45-degree angle. You want to stay long through your whole left side body and support your head with your hand or lower completely down. And then you're going to lift the top leg about hip height. I'm going to keep my foot flexed, stack my shoulders, and I'm going to kick it forward 2 and back 2. Not going far, but I want to try to keep my hip nice and level, or my foot nice and level with my hip. So for today, let's do about 7 of these. Again, you can always play with your reps. Got a nice pulsing here. And 2, 2, and last 1, and 1. Now stack your legs. Now I'm going to take a nice external rotation here, and I'm going to inhale, lift, flex and reach down. Point and lift, and flex, reach down. Think of a seesaw as you drive your right inner thigh down through your heel bone, reaching. Think of lifting your left side obliques up. You don't have to lift so high. Think more reach out than anything. I'm already sweating here. Let's do 3 more. Inhale up and reach longer and lower with the top right leg. Reach through the spine in opposition. Very good. Now bring that leg in line with the crown of the head. Tiny circles. I'm going to flex my foot again. You can point and flex or play around with it. There's no right or wrong with that. Just accents a different muscle in your body. 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Bring the legs together for a second. Let it rest. And then we're going to take our top leg, cross it over. Push the foot down. Now just visualize how that left leg travels up through your pelvis into your left side waistline. Stabilize your right hand, shoulder head back, and lift the left leg up and down. I'm reaching my heel bone nice and long. I'm pressing my right foot down, drawing my right thigh away from me. Just about 5 of these. One more. Here we go. Hold it. Point your toes. Circle. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep lifting that inner upper left thigh. 3, and 2, and 1. Very good. Now, this is a nice little stretch here. I'm going to draw my hips. Well, my hips are stacked. It's a big twist. I'm going to bring my torso forward. Still feels pretty good to me right now. I'm going to stick my butt out like a new cow to lengthen my low back. Use my left hand to draw my thigh away from me, and then spiral to my torso and look over my right shoulder. I'm going to inhale. Again, arch my back, lengthen front spine, tone my abdomen as I rotate. So nice. And then come back, pull yourself up, just to the other side. Okay, lie down on your right side body. Okay, nice and long. Support your shoulder on your back, bring your legs forward. I'm going to flex my left foot and kick 2 and back, 2 and 2 and back, 2. Keep a nice rhythm. And inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Keep softening your waist in to support the whole back. And one more time, just kick, kick, and kick, kick. Now I'm going to externally rotate and inhale, tone my abdomen, inner thigh lift, flex and reach and grow. Flex and streamline from my pelvic center out through my left inner heel and along through the crown of my head. Inhale, exhale, about 3 more. Good. Now reach the leg in line, pull the waistline in, tiny circles. Little tiny circles. Tiny circles are sometimes more work than the big circles. Bigger circles, bigger the stretch. 2 and 1. Good. Rest for a second. Then let's take the top leg, bend your knee, plant your heel, draw your thigh away from you. Heel bone anchors, shoulder stacking. Lift the bottom leg and lower. And lift. Reach your inner right heel away. Think about how your leg integrates all the way up into your right waistline. So lift your right side obliques and lift your right side obliques. One more time, hold, point your toe, circle 5, 4, press your left heel bone down. That's going to give you leverage to lift. And reverse, 5, 4, 3, 2, almost there. And enough. Okay, now let's take your stretch. So again, hips are stacked. Try not to tuck, so you arc and lengthen. Work your way into the middle of the mat. So really encourage that length, give your body space. And then as you exhale from your abdomen, and revolve. So hips stay stacked. Again, one more breath. Inhale, arc and lengthen. That's important. Exhale, revolve. Soften your waist, lift over your left shoulder. And very good. Let's go ahead. One more little thing we can do here. Come onto your back. Let's do a couple more bridges. So we already warmed up with some rolling bridges. So now let's go ahead, plant the feet, hug the midline, lift your hips up. Shoulder heads anchored, sternum lifting, triceps grounding. I'm going to hold on to my mat. This is a traditional shoulder bridge here. So anchor the roof of your, the middle of your skull down. And I'm going to stretch my right leg out, inhale, kick up, flex and push down. As I lower my right leg down, I try to resist the temptation of my hip following. And then switch legs. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, reach and flex down. Use a nice strong breath. And that's it. Some of you can do a full wheel. So if you're learning, I'll talk you through it. You want to allow the back of the spine to lift up into the front of the spine. It's like a supple wave. You have to allow that. You have to draw your pelvis down forward, allow chest, side body. It's very important to grow the spine. And then you shoulders back. Move my hair out of my way. My fingers face my shoulders. Okay. And you can do a couple like shoulder rolls here to really accent the shoulders up and back. Walk your feet in, and then I'm just gonna hug my midline, lengthen as I lift my hips, and then as I press down through my hands, I'm gonna draw my chest through the shoulders to come up. Again, chin down, throat back. Inhale, and I press feet, press hands, draw my sternum through my shoulders. And I'll pulse it 3 times. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. I'm not over tightening my back. My feet are grounded. Good. And chin to chest. Ease yourself all the way back down. Let's go ahead and roll onto your stomach. Do a quick little swim here. You can still lie on my stomach for the time being. So you're gonna float everything up. Shoulder has lifted, thighs lifted, opposite arm and leg, and then up your tempo. In, 2, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, in, and out, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep lifting from those inner thighs, reaching your body long. One more breath. Exhale. Now hold your body long, grow, and lower. Hands under your shoulders. Pull up to all fours. Find plank, top of a push-up. Okay, here I am. Watch sagging in your back, hips. Push your toes down, lift your thighs up. Hips same plane as shoulders. Now again, just visualize how your legs roll all the way up into your abdomen, upper abdomen. So don't let the ribs flop. Pull the waist up. Left leg up. We're gonna kick it up. 1, 2, and lower. Right leg, long neck. Just 2 more sets. And lower. Kick, kick. Hands down for leverage. Keep you lifting the waistline up. Good. Separate your feet. Bend your knees. Pike the hips. Invert. Down dog. And lower the heels. And lift. And lower. And lift. Good. Now come to the inner edge of the right foot, outer edge of the left foot. Right hand press down forward to stretch. The right pelvis back, right shoulder forward. Come back, ball of foot. Inner edge of left foot, outer edge of right foot. Press that left hand down forward. Just lengthen the whole left side into the outer left hip. Come center, and then walk your hands to your feet. Release your head, shoulders roll up, back, chin down forward. Fold in, 1 inhale. Let everything soften. Exhale, push the floor, lift your waist. Release. Bend your knees. Use your hands and help yourself up. All right, so that's my Let's Get Cheeky class. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a great day. Bye.